Evening, everybody. Old Testament viewers. I went down the rabbit hole from Matthew, what I thought was Matthew 3, but Matthew 2. It's about the Rachel weeping for her children, and it links to Jeremiah 31. So when Herod realized that he had been outwitted by the Magi, he was furious and gave orders to kill all the boys in Bethlehem and its vicinity who were 2 years old and under, in accordance with the time he had learned from the Magi. Then what was said through the prophet Jeremiah was fulfilled. A voice is heard in Ramah, weeping in great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children, and refusing to be comforted because they are no more. And then after Herod died, an angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt, and so he returned back to Nazareth. But picking up Jeremiah 31, awesome verse, and we're looking at it towards the reference, which is Jeremiah 31:15. So starting at 13, then the young women will dance and be glad, young men and old as well. I will turn their mourning into gladness. I will give them comfort and joy instead of sorrow. I will satisfy the priests with abundance, and my people will be filled with my bounty, declares the Lord. This is what the Lord says. A voice is heard in Ramah, mourning and great weeping, Rachel weeping for her children and refusing to be comforted because they are no more. Yeah. And I catch up down bits further. After I strayed, I repented. After I came to understand, I beat my breast. I was ashamed and humiliated because I bore the disgrace of my youth. The days are coming, declares the Lord, when I will plant the king of Israel and Judah with the offspring of people and animals. Just as I watched over them to uproot and tear down and to overthrow, destroy and bring disaster, so I will watch over them to build and to plant, declares the Lord. In those days, people will no longer say, the parents have eaten sour grapes and the children's teeth are set on edge. Instead, everyone will die for their own sin. Whoever eats sour grapes, their own teeth will be set on edge. The days are coming, declares the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the people of Israel and with the people of Judah. It will not be like the covenant I made with their ancestors when I took them by the hand to lead them out of Egypt, because they broke my covenant, though I was a husband to them, declares the Lord. This is the covenant I will make with the people of Israel. After that time, declares the Lord, I will put my law in their minds and write it on their hearts. I will be their God and they will be my people. No longer will they teach their neighbor or say to one another, know the Lord, because they will all know me, from the least of them to the greatest, declares the Lord. For I will forgive their wickedness and will remember their sins no more. This is what the Lord says. He who appoints the sun to shine by day, who decrees the moon and stars to shine by night, who stirs up the sea so that waves roar. The Lord Almighty is his name. Man, so that's so cool to compare the covenants, the old covenant of husband caring for his bride, the Israelites, and leading them out in a great triumphant husband sort of long-suffering way, but then changing the covenant to putting the laws in their minds and running on their hearts. That's so different, because they had to lug and truck their laws around with them in the tent of meeting and the tabernacle. It was like a big effort for them to continue to set up and worship. But man, to have the portable laws now engraved in our hearts, and obviously the metaphor of our hearts of stone, to have it engraved on that, and to have God with us and being his people, no longer having to teach people to say know the Lord. That's a cool and great witness to the new covenant, which I just sort of appreciate from Jeremiah 31, and all that after just a little reference about Rachel weeping for Ramah and refusing to be comforted. Oh man, good stuff, Old Testament. God bless.